my name is Gabrielle Lewis and welcome to Ignite and Inspire. I'm a yogiologist that combines psychology and yoga and meditation as a healing modality for the mind, body and spirit. And I've been very fortunate to have so many positive people in my life. One of them is Abby, who is a Pilates instructor and Pilates studio owner. And she very graciously has let me teach group yoga classes at Hummingbird. So I just wanted to thank her for the opportunity and for her to be here today. And just tell me a little bit about yourself and how did you get into Pilates and what the benefits you feel Pilates can give people.
Okay. I originally from Canada, and I was doing my psychology degree, and I finished that. I was getting ready to go to grad school and took a completely different turn. I find a lot of Pilates instructors, it was like a dance background, so that's not was not how I came to it. But I was doing yoga, I was teaching some yoga, running a club at my university, and I just found Pilates. I liked the way it made me feel, and so I came to California, did my training, and it's just kind of evolved since then.
Perfect.
And I love Pilates because I think that it's such a good workout that everyone can do, and gives people just such a new understanding of the way their body works. So Pilates is so much more than just a workout. It gives you results. It's got that great, reputation for being a good ab workout, and it is, and it gives you those great results that you see and feel. But I think what makes it different is that it's actually really good for your body long term, and gives you such great benefits. Everything from increasing your flexibility and your posture, but it's as well as reducing injury, preventing back pain, and it teaches people how to move their body correctly, which we're not taught to do.
We are not taught to do that, and people don't walk properly, let alone sit properly, let alone do anything properly. So it gives that way of learning your body.
Yeah, and Joseph Pilates said you're only as young as your spine is flexible. Yeah. And the idea that by keeping your body healthy and stabilized and building your muscles in a balanced way is going to enable you to live such a healthier, richer life because you're not in pain, you feel good, you're able to move, you're able to be active, which is what's so important.
Right. And so, why did you set up your own studio? And what makes, because there's so many Pilates studios out there, what makes your studio a little different? What sets you apart?
I think what sets us apart, as well as one of the reasons that I opened the studio, was because I wanted to teach my clients on Grotz equipment. And Grotz Pilates equipment is the original Pilates equipment manufacturer. And so there's numerous manufacturing companies, and Grotz is the one that stayed the truest to Joseph Pilates' original designs. And I think that's really important because he was a brilliant man that developed this system, and I think that's a really important thing for people to understand, is that he was a real man who made this system of exercise. And so yes, there's going to be certain changes that need to be made here and there, but essentially you really want to, that's kind of what classical Pilates is that idea that you're staying really true to his exercises, his intention, his order, his equipment. So I wanted to teach on the Grotz equipment, which I love having in the studio. It's beautiful equipment, and I think that's what also sets our studio apart, is that that we are teaching classical Pilates, and that there's a lot of studios that are teaching what I kind of think of as like boot camp ab classes, where they're, it's large class sizes, they're going through all these different exercises, and there's benefit to that if if you're safe about it and you're a really healthy body going into that can be a good workout. And so, I've done those classes, I've enjoyed those classes, but it's not really Pilates. And so you lose some of those benefits that you get from classical Pilates, which is that like enriching of your body's actual health, and so I think that's important.
And as well as offering group classes, you teach a lot of privates with the
machines? We do, yeah. So we specialize in privates and semi-privates, which is most of what we do at the studio, and then we also have mat classes as well as the yoga classes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's so great to have private because it's, you're tailor-making the sessions for your clients, and you're specifically targeting whatever they need, and you're giving them specialized attention, which I think is so powerful with what's needed. And I think that's what's so different than just going into a great big group class. You get a completely different benefit to the class. And so we've talked a lot about, the body. Is there anything else that you do for you and your body? Do you eat, are you vegan, or do you have any little rituals that you do that you think maybe other people may want to do in the mornings or anything like that?
Sure. Well, I mean, as far as my diet, it's definitely evolving and changing, and something that I have struggled with through my life, and figuring out what works for me. And I kind of get on one thing, and I'm like, okay, now I'm vegan, now I'm raw, now I've really tried a lot of things, but I feel like what I'm trying to do more, and I think it's also more like where I'm going into, like, I have a meditation practice and stuff too, is that I'm starting to aim more towards listening to my body and listening and trying to find that, that idea that our bodies are so amazing, and that we're, to try to like kind of squish yourself into this label just for the sake of sort of the structure of that label maybe doesn't make sense for you, and that I'm trying to find that balance and listen to my body, but also still be educated and realize there's certain things we shouldn't be eating.
Which I think is a very healthy and a balanced way of looking at things, because there are so many labels and so many different fads that are around these days, and everybody's so quick to jump on the bandwagon. But then we really, we need to listen to our bodies, and I think that's such a beautiful way of putting it. So. And then rituals, do you have anything that you do? I know sometimes I do cold showers, which I know is a little bit, but
I'm going to try it.
It's so good. It's so powerful for your skin, and it keeps you looking young and radiant. So is there anything like that you do?
Well, I can add that to my morning ritual. I like to get up in the morning, and I do this Ayurvedic technique called oil pulling. So I just keep a little jar of coconut oil and a spoon in the bathroom cupboard, and I take about a tablespoon in my mouth in the morning. And you're just supposed to, they say swish it around in your mouth for about 20 minutes. I kind of just, it's there, kind of moving. So I don't try not to get it, too specific with it. But then, you spit it out, and you scrape your tongue, and it's supposed to really get rid of all that, bad bacteria in your mouth. And I heard that it was supposed to be good for candida and like just those sort of bacterial, stuff. That's why we wake up with bad breath.
Exactly.
And then I have hot water with lemon, which is supposed to activate your liver and help detoxify your body. And I feel that even if it doesn't do that, which I'm sure it does, it's, hydrating, it's got vitamin C, and it's just kind of a nice warm thing to have in the morning. And then also before I shower, I try to body brush, so just with like a bristle brush and just, going over the skin. And so that's I like doing those sort of healthy, natural,
I think that's so
cheap
great.
things.
Exactly. That's a good way to look at it as well. It's something cheap that you can do at your home that actually really helps your body. And so if going to Pilates or yoga or whatever, it can be a little bit expensive if you're going every single day, then these are really good affordable things to do for you and your body.
It's a good way to add to all the other things. So that's the thing with Pilates. It's great and it's a good workout and it's wonderful, but it's also like, how else can I improve my life? How else can I benefit? And I think that's everything from meditation to diet to just positive relationships. We could go on and on.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Gabrielle.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.